miles south of Galabon, Interstate 40, and 12 miles east of the Arizona border. And we are one of the 19 pueblos of New Mexico. And our pueblo, Zuni Pueblo, is the largest pueblo, both mass-wise as well as population-wise. Our people are known as Pueblo Indians, or our people are the people that live in the multi-story adobe houses. And as I had mentioned, there are 19 different pueblos. The Pueblo Indians were at one time one people. For all the Pueblo Indians are the direct descendants of what they call the Anasazi Indians, the ancient ones. And we call them our ancient relatives. We don't use the word Anasazi, because it is believed to be a derogatory word. But anyway, being one people one time, today many of our songs, our dances, are very identical, however different in their own ways. And we're going to be doing a series of 4 different dances for you, and I guarantee you these are dances that are done at certain times of the year throughout the year within our villages. We don't make these dances up, and these dances are handed from one generation to the other. The majority of the dances that we are allowed to take out are social dances, of course. Social dances are usually done at any time of the year, and they usually pertain to different animals. Animal dances. For since the beginning of time, it has always been understood that one of us had to be sacrificed in order for the other one to live. And the animals graciously said they would be the one to be sacrificed. In doing so, giving the native people food, clothing, shelter, and tools. And today when these dances are done as pairs of prosperity for the animals in the wild. Our first dance, being social dances, you are more than welcome to take photographs as you wish to here. And also here at the India Pueblo Cultural Center, our dance group is one of the very few dance groups that does allow video tapings of our show. So it's all right to use your video equipment, but like you said, we always stress one thing. These dances, these performances are a livelihood, our way of making a living, and we ask you not to commercialize anything that you take here. You know, we're always proud and honored to be a part of your memories of your stay here in the land of Chapman. So if you'd like to commercialize, please let us know and we'll work something out. So our first dance is a dance called the Eagle Dance. The eagle is the most sacred bird, the king of all birds, and it is revered by the majority of native tribes. And for some of the tribes, one has to earn the right to possess an eagle feather. The eagle is believed to be the highest flying bird. And being the highest flying bird, it is believed to be in contact with the Creator and serve as a messenger for the people. And as you walk around the confines of this building, you notice that the majority of the artwork pertains to different animals. To tell you that how important the animal people are to the native people. So this time, our first dance, which is the Eagle Dance. dance group has always been a family affair, consisting of our immediate family. For big shows, we have 15 family members, all related to my clan. And like I said, this is my family dance group. We are a second and third, and with our grandchildren, we also created a fourth generation of performers in our family. Now, like I said, we travel. We've been traveling to North America for 30 years now. Within the past 25 years, we've also gotten an international reputation. I'm very proud to say that our dance group is considered an international renowned dance group because basically we travel all over the world, sharing our songs and dancing with people throughout the world. This past June, first part of June, we had our third trip to Italy, where we are part of an international music festival that is held every year in Bergamo, Italy. And let's just say our last trip to Turkmenistan became our 40th country that we have performed in. And we've also been featured in many prestigious stages throughout this land. And 2016, our dance group here, as well as myself, were featured at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And also our dance group is one of the very few dance groups that has made it to Carnegie Hall in New York City. No, I always say what you're witnessing is a very traditional Indian dance group. Like all groups that come here, everything that we have on us are all handmade. From our shoes to the shirts to the women's dresses. The majority of jewelry that we have on are either made by our parents, or by us, or traded with other Indian tribes. And I guarantee you, the only thing that's not handmade by us are our pants. You know, because our pants are handmade by Walmart, you know. And when we go out far, we also like to say we are in the educational field because we educate the people through our songs and dances. Because truthfully, when we go out far, there's still a handful of people that don't know too much about native cultures and they ask us questions like, do you still scalp? Or do you still live in teepees? Now, one of my favorite questions that they ask me is, hey, what mode of transportation do you have on the reservation? Well, I tell them I drive a Lamborghini. Just to see their reaction. But we don't make fun of those things. We correct them and tell them how it is. And they also ask us, hey, do you still eat buffalo? We get them, yeah, but only the wings, you know. And when we go out far, we also like to take off the stereotype image, put it on our people, you know, by those old Western movies. Now let's get one thing straight. I'm not putting down anybody or those Western movies because I like to watch those old Western movies too, but you know, there's always several things within a movie that makes me laugh. For instance, if there's an Indian involved in the picture, I guarantee you'll always hear that familiar drum beat. And no matter what tribe, this was a drum beat. And behind that drum beat, there's about 100-piece orchestra playing. Oh, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, you know. You can see the orchestra up behind one little hill. And about 50 measures of this, the tempo changes. Usually that time the hero of the picture appears. And he stops on the hill. The same hill the orchestra is hiding under, you know. Low budget films that time. He would listen to the song. And always he turns to his buddies and say, hey, yeah, them are Cheyenne Indians out there. You know what gets me is, in every picture, he knew what the tribe was because of the song. So we also refer that to the tom-tom section. It's the movies and the white man call this a tom-tom. We Indians, we call it a drum. Another thing that always makes me laugh are smoke signals. Now, yes, the people did utilize smoke signals, but not to the very extreme that they have them in the more Western, not to the very extreme that they have in the more Western movies. It always reminds me of a story. You know, there was a white guy, the Indian, walking way out there nowhere. All of a sudden, the white guy, he saw smoke. He got excited. He told the Indian, "Hey, look, Chief, smoke signals. What do they say?" And the Indian guy looked at him, and he looked out. No, real Indian. Them smoke signals say our casino on fire. As I do mention, we do enjoy sharing our songs and dances with people. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, please, we are here for you. If you have any questions, please come up and ask. We'll be happy to answer any questions for you here. The dancers here are very knowledgeable. What they're doing, they're all bilingual, meaning that they know their language version. They've been doing this ever since they've been able to walk just like us, so they're very knowledgeable of what our traditions and what happens. So if you have any questions about their regalia or anything, you're always welcome to ask them after our performance. Then they will be situated in this area. If you'd like to take pictures with them or of them, you're welcome to do so. Something that we do not do on our reservation. But here we are pledging, and if you'd like to have your pictures taken with the dancers, you're always welcome to do so here. As I mentioned earlier on, the majority of our songs and dances have been handed down from one generation to the other. Hence, our next dance. Our next dance actually derived from a necessity. A dance that is known as a pottery dance, and this is a ladies' dance. Now, the pottery dance originated a long time ago. Before our village had running water, the women would get together and go to a mountain, to a spring, or to the river to get their water for their everyday use. And for the Pueblo women, this was a daily chore. Now, after getting the water to make it easier on themselves, for often they would have more than 2 jars, they would often put one of them on top of their head and balance them all the way down to the village. And prior to arriving, they would sing and dance thanking the Creator for the water that He provides. A dance that has been mastered by the women in our family. Now, we're very proud to do this dance. We're sadly to say, this dance has been one of our dying dances we have in our Pueblo. Now, today, our population consists of well over 12,000 Zunis.